Alrighty, let's talk about this big old signing yesterday. Well, kind of big extension. So here we go. Browns running back Nick Chubb agrees to a 3-year, $36.6 million contract extension. We know it's truly deserved. Nick Chubb, an absolute fantastic runner. We have him in kind of our top 5 running backs in the league currently. We don't really put Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara in that just because they're kind of dual threat-ish who, get a lot of yards on the receiving game as well. Besides Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he rushes and catches for 1,000, so that man's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, Nick Chubb just kind of a pure runner, and he's absolutely fantastic. Let's quickly bring up his stats really quickly, and then I kind of want to check out what his overall contract. Hopefully they tell us what his overall contract is in that article. I don't know what else they would be talking about in that article. That's why we're going to kind of read through it, because I want to see where he's kind of getting paid compared to all these other running backs, because I do believe Ezekiel Elliott's the number 1 paid running back. We'll get that list up too. And I think Derrick Henry is number 2, but he's a little disrespected. He's only getting I believe $60 million, which is a little low in my opinion, because Zeke's getting $90. And I know Derrick Henry's a hell of a better runner than Ezekiel Elliott. Derrick Henry's the best rusher in the league, so he should be getting paid $100 million in all honesty, but we'll see where he falls. But let's bring up Nick Chubb's stats first, because he's fantastic. He rushed for 1,000 yards last season. That's exactly what we love to see. 1,000 yards. I mean, he's basically been a 1,000-yard rusher every single year. He's going into his 4th season this year. Rookie year, he rushed for 996 yards on 5.2 yards a run. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Year 2, 1,400 yards, basically 1,500, 6 yards away from 1,500 yards on 5 yards a carry. And then just last season, 1,067 yards on 5.6 yards a carry with 12 rushing touchdowns. And you gotta mother love and love that, folks. Now, he doesn't really kind of get big receiving yards. His best receiving season was 278 in 2019 for a grand total of 1,700 yards. Just really an absolute fantastic performance. And now kind of, since he's kind of decently splitting carries with Kareem Hunt, because he's kind of the lightning to Nick Chubb's thunder here. I mean, so his yards and production will go down a little bit, but I mean, he's still garnered 12 touchdowns, so you got to give this man credit. So Nick Chubb truly, absolutely deserved the money here. Let's bring up the highest paid running backs quickly. In the NFL 2021, alrighty, let's see if we can bring this up. Alright, here we go. Highest paid running backs in 2021. Please load, please. That's not going to load. How unfortunate. And now, oh my goodness, folks. This is so frustrating. I truly apologize. I don't know what's going on with my internet lately. It's been super, super annoying. Usually doesn't happen early in the show. It goes an hour into the show and then it wants to act up. So it's starting to act up now. Let's see if we'll have to come back to this because we got other stuff to talk about, and let's see if we can try to get right back online soon. Damn it, folks. It's so frustrating. I apologize. Truly apologies. All right, let's keep going here since we have some other stuff up. We'll get back to Nick Chubb and his stuff. But let's talk about this. So we know that Carson Wentz went down. Unfortunate. Another injury, and we're very, very ready to sell this Colts team 100%. Truly unfortunate. Our Super Bowl pick this season, and Carson Wentz goes down in training camp day 2. How unfortunate. But maybe a little bit of a silver lining, maybe a little bit of a green flag is starting to emerge a little bit, tiny bit. We won't buy into it if it does, but we'll kind of, decently track it through the season. But here we go. This is Josina Anderson tweeting. Here we go. Verified. I think she works for ESPN, something like that. But here we go. Source to me on Colts quarterback Jacob Eason, who we explored yesterday on the show. And if it was between Jacob Eason and Sam Ehlinger, we're taking Jacob Eason all day because he was truly impressing us a lot in his kind of college days. He was a rookie last year, got no play time, and now he's kind of a year under his belt, but we have no film on him in the NFL. But what he did in college was truly impressive. Way better than what we saw from Sam Ehlinger, who's a rookie this year in the league. So we do like Jacob Eason, and it seems like that's kind of who the Colts are going to rely on, but we get this kind of anecdote from Jacob Eason, and it's fantastic. So here we go. Josina Anderson, source to me on Colts quarterback Jacob Eason says, quote, he hasn't had any NFL reps, but he knows what he's doing. He's been here. We have a great team around him. He seems comfortable with the wide receivers he's throwing to. I hope everything works out with number 2, Carson Wentz, but if number 9 is the guy, we'll be fine too. So that's really great positive news here for this Colts team that just had absolutely devastating kind of season-ending, take the wind out of your sails news with Carson Wentz's foot injury. But the fact that Jacob Eason is kind of garnering the support and the attention from the Colts, just the players. We don't know who the source is, whether it's a player or a coach, whatever it is. But they seem kind of big on Jacob Eason. And that was kind of, our thinking yesterday on the show that Jacob Eason learned under Phillip Rivers for a year. We don't love Phillip Rivers, but you got to give him the credit. I mean, he's a great longevity quarterback in this league. He's been around the block a couple of times. So, you can take some real great information and learn under Phillip Rivers for an entire year. And this team is set up for success. I mean, folks, we've been saying it for 2 seasons. This Colts team is a plug-and-play quarterback away from winning right now. They have the line, they have the receivers, they have the running back, they have the defense, they have the coaching staff. They really have all the pieces. I mean, they don't have A1, tier 1 pieces everywhere, but overall as a team, they may be the most complete team that there is in the league, folks. So, I mean, if there's any kind of, magic here of Jacob Eason's game, all he has to do is be a game managing quarterback. That's all he has to do, and the team will take care of it. So if Jacob Eason learned a little from Phillip Rivers, he learned just a little bit of just being in the league for a year, maybe this man can come out and show out and be decent enough for the defense to take over, for the running game to take over, for Jacob Eason just to deliver the ball to the playmakers, and they may be able to kind of win a couple of close games early on in the season. Maybe Carson Wentz comes back and takes over a complete kind of 180 of what kind of Carson Wentz's career has been. Starts real great and then has to have somebody take over late in the season for him. Maybe he starts great early and then maybe Jacob Eason starts great early and then Carson Wentz takes over for him. So that could be, a huge possibility here. And as long as Jacob Eason is just being a solid game managing quarterback out here, I mean, if they're 50-50 by the time Carson Wentz, a 50-50 record, 500 record, by the time Carson Wentz comes back, maybe he can take over and lead this team to the promised land of a Super Bowl that, we're kind of expecting this Colts team to have. So, it sucks that Carson Wentz went down, but if his own teammates and kind of own organization are going to get behind Jacob Eason, maybe we can too. Obviously, we'll have to kind of take it slowly but surely because we have no NFL tape on this man. That is our only kind of knock on Jacob Eason. We love the long ball, the deep ball. We love the deep ball accuracy. We love all of that. We just haven't seen it in the NFL, so we can't get big and can't get behind it, and we can't bet it week 1. But it's something that we can look into, and, training camp just started, so maybe he'll have even a full training camp with the ones under his belt, making it way easier for him to kind of get acclimated week 1, and he'll have 3 preseason games as well. Jacob Eason, welcome to the NFL. Go get your spot, bruh, and go win the starting job here. Something that you didn't really think you would have in your kind of early career here. Under Phillip Rivers, you're not going to beat him out for the starting job. Under Carson Wentz, you're not going to beat him out for the starting job, but this is kind of the moment that could come. He gets injured. I'm up. I'm next man up. Let me go out and take care of business. So, Jacob Eason, folks, watch out for this man. Can't wait to see what this man does in training camp, but his team is kind of behind him already. So we'll give him some credit here. Alrighty, our internet is back and we got connectivity and we can kind of talk about Nick Chubb again. Thank goodness, folks. Truly thank goodness. Thank goodness the Spectrum for not just being absolute shit and allows us to kind of get back on here. Fantastic. All right, so let's we have to take our ad blocker off to get this article. How unfortunate. So here we go. Top paid running backs this year. Here we go. We got Christian McCaffrey, number 1. He's getting $16 million. Alvin Kamara is at number 2 with $15 million, and that makes sense. They are dual threat running backs. They have great catching history. Christian McCaffrey's been over 1,000 yards receiving in his career. Alvin Kamara hasn't hit that mark, but he's very, very close up there, 700-800. He may even have a 900-yard season receiving. Don't quote me on that. Should we look that up? Let's look that up. Because I know he's very, very close to that 1,000 season where I know Christian McCaffrey has hit that. Let's get Alvin Kamara's career stats up very, very quickly here. Here we go. Alrighty, he's caught for only a 826-yard season. He's been a 900-yard rusher and a 756-yard receiving. His highest yards from scrimmage was last season at 1,600 total overall with 900 rushing, 700 receiving. So Alvin Kamara, dual threat. You gotta give him credit. All right, but pure running backs. Then we get Ezekiel Elliott at $15 million. Then we get Dalvin Cook at $12.6 million. And Derrick Henry at $12.5 million. Very, very underpaid here, Derrick Henry is, because he's getting 2,000 yards just on the ground. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's getting 2,000 through the ground in the air. Alvin Kamara can't even get 2,000 through both. But Derrick Henry on the ground by himself is getting 2,000 yards. And he's the 5th highest paid running back? What? I don't like that. I don't respect that. So don't like that. Christian McCaffrey, 16 million. Okay. So Derrick Henry's the 5th highest paid. And now with Nick Chubb getting his deal, it seems like now he's the 6th highest paid running back. So that's fantastic. He wasn't even in the top 10 because he was on that rookie deal. Now he's getting the big bucks on this 3-year, $36 million contract extension. So that's fantastic. He's paid right below Derrick Henry, where I think is probably the best fit for him. I think, was it behind Derrick Henry or were they paid the same? They may have been paid the same now. They're both getting... No, okay, Derrick Henry's getting $12.5 this year, $12.5 million, and Nick Chubb is getting $12.2 million this year. So Derrick Henry, I think, deserves a little bit more money than Nick Chubb, and I think this is exactly where the price point should be. Ezekiel Elliott is truly the outlier here, getting paid $15 million, the same as Alvin Kamara. I cannot believe that. All right, but let's go into this article really quickly and just see what this kind of new contract extension is all about for the great running back of Nick mother-loving Chubb here for the Browns. Here we go. Over the past 2 seasons, Cleveland Brown running back Nick Chubb has emerged as one of the NFL's top running backs. Now he's emerged as one of the league's top paid running backs. Chubb and the Browns have an agreement in principle on a 3-year, $36 million contract extension. The deal comes with $20 million fully guaranteed. Oh my goodness, man, oh man. When they talk about contracts like this and talking about guaranteed money and you hear $20 million guaranteed, oh my God. You're instantly $20 million richer, folks. $20 million. Could you imagine just waking up and having $20 million in your bank account? Be like, God damn, like I've made it. I have made it. Jeez. Congratulations, truly. At an average of $12.2 million per season in those 3 years, Chubb would be the 6th highest paid running back. We just read you the top 5. We got Christian McCaffrey, number 1. Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara tied for number 2. That makes Dalvin Cook number 4 at 12.6, and Derrick Henry 5th at 12.5, and Nick Chubb at 6 at 12.2. Then we get Joe Mixon at 7 with Aaron Jones at 12 even. Melvin Gordon severely overpaid here at $8 million a season. I cannot believe that. He's number 9. We get Saquon Barkley, 10th highest paid at $7.7 million. Austin Eckler at $6.1 million. Kareem Hunt at $6 million. Fantastic. Najee Harris getting that rookie deal of $3.3 million. Truly underpaid already. How unfortunate is that? Phillip Lindsay is getting $3.25 million as well. Severely underpaid. Unfortunate. He has not gotten his next extension now that he is with the... Who is he with now? No longer a Bronco. He's now with... Who's it? The Cardinals? Texans. He's with the Texans now. So hopefully he can get his big payday here, going into his 4th season, like Nick Chubb is going into his 4th season. All right, the 25-year-old Chubb, who could have another extension in store when he's 28. Man, oh man, the man's going to be banking bank. Keep it up, young fella. Is entering his 4th NFL season after back-to-back campaigns in which he rushed for more than 1,000 yards. Alrighty, so basically we've got all the information that we needed to. We basically found all that information before we even clicked on the article. Congratulations. But yeah, Nick Chubb truly deserved out here. I would definitely say, we definitely put him in the top 5 running backs. We don't have Christian McCaffrey to Alvin Kamara in the running back category just because they are kind of dual threat running backs. We're just talking about pure runner, solid catching ability. I mean, we're not kind of excluding if you catch for, 200, 300 yards, but I mean, these running backs, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, they're not catching 500, 600, 700 yards out of the backfield like Alvin Kamara, like Christian McCaffrey. And Ezekiel Elliott is definitely overpaid. He's not even in the top 5 of just pure runners. I don't even put Ezekiel Elliott in the top 5 of pure running backs. I got Derrick Henry, I got Nick Chubb, I got Dalvin Cook, I got Aaron Jones, and I got Saquon Barkley. That's kind of my top 5 right there. And then if I'm looking for number 6, I'll put in, Ezekiel Elliott. I'll put in maybe even Austin Eckler at number 6, but once again, he's kind of a dual threat as well. Solid catcher out of the backfield. I put Kenyon Drake in the top 10. I'm putting Najee Harris already in the top 10. I put Phillip Lindsay in the top 10. Yeah, truly underpaid some of these running backs are, but very, very well done for Nick Chubb getting that deal, securing that money, and let's see what Thunder and Lightning can do behind Baker Mayfield this season. Let's see if the Browns can kick it into another gear because the jump from last season was absolutely fantastic. Let's see if they build off of that. They have all the pieces kind of coming back. They have the head coach, they got the quarterback, and they got the dual threat running game between 2 running backs of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So well done, well deserved on the contract extension, my man.